Okay, we're good. Thank God. My bad. Oops, I forgot I was doing yoga. My bad. Oops. Oh my god. All right, let's finish this yoga video. My bad for walking away. I just wanted to make sure that I was going to go to my storage unit today. My mom said she'll take me in like an hour or two. Dude, my mom is so happy. I gave her so many fucking antiques, and she just sits there all day long playing with her antiques. It's so funny, dude. I love it. She's sitting there, and everything I have is so rare that I had to teach her how to use Reddit. It's so funny, dude. Everything we have is unfindable on Google. So she has a Reddit account. And she like asked people, do you guys know where I can find information on this product? I've looked through Google, but I can't find any information on it. Man, we got so many antiques. Let's see what's in here. Oh, that's sweet. Make sure there's no water in here. If there's water in here, this could be. What is going on? Let me see. Shit, this one's in water. Hell yeah, bro. Oh yeah. That's good shit. There's some good shit in there. Everything in there is fucking amazing. It's like I'm looking at alien technology. Okay. I'm gonna make a short video real quick. Someone requested one. Yo, bro. What's up, my friend? A good friend. The man, the myth, the legend. The man they call Zorp. The man they call fucking Tino, bro. You know Tino is a name that I've been seeing a lot lately. It is crazy, dude. I've been seeing the name Tino everywhere, and it reminds me of you. It's like, dude, people don't understand. They don't fucking understand. Okay. Okay, let me finish my stupid yoga. What's up, my guy? My good friend. Okay, so I really want to do yoga right now, but I might just sun gaze for 15 minutes. Just lay down. No, actually, let's just finish the yoga. No, let's just. No, let's finish the yoga. No, actually, it's gonna take 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm just lay in the chair for 5 minutes. Wake me up. So I want to make $200 today, so I can buy some opal necklaces. So I'm gonna go to my storage unit. And you guys are gonna go with me. I'm gonna charge my phone. It is at. Oh my god, it's not charged. What the heck? It's at 44%. We're gonna go to the storage unit. I'm gonna see if I can grab some stuff. I'm gonna put like 10 bins in there. I'm gonna put all my paintings in there. I have so many antique paintings, it's insane. Actually, I don't have that many. I have a bunch of other like clocks. I haven't put my clocks away. I have like wooden clocks. I'm gonna put a bunch of big objects away in the storage unit so I can have room for my tent. I'm gonna push all of these bins back like 10 feet because I have a table back there that has all my paintings and all my clocks. And when I put that in the storage unit, I'm gonna put all these bins back like 10 feet, and I'm gonna put my tent right over here. I don't want my tent here. This area needs to be clear. I need to have like a clear area that I can make a mess in. And if I put my tent here, I won't be like I have my sink there. I have to do yoga here. So that when I go to the storage unit, I'll be able to make a tent later on today. I gotta start sleeping in better positions, guys. I'm sleeping in like curled up into a ball, and it's fucking up my yoga. I gotta like sleep with my legs open. I'm going to try to do some stomach indents while I lay down here. So I'm going to actually be doing the yoga, like the same yoga that he's doing right now as he's doing the stomach indents. So I'm just going to do this for like 30 minutes. Because he doesn't do it for more than 2 minutes in this video. He only does it for 1 minute. So I have to pause the video and do 30 minutes of stomach indents. And the thing is, like, I might have paralysis. That might be what's wrong with me, guys. Is that parts of my body are numb, and it's kind of like I'm shrinking. And the parts of my body that are numb is like muscles that I used to have, and it's like a trickling down effect. You can feel all the muscles in your arm and your shoulder and your stomach and your leg where you used to be flexible and used to be able to have muscles. And then when the muscles go away, it almost creates like a fucking void of, and then like you can feel yourself shrinking. And I think it might be paralysis. And that's the whole thing about yoga, is that a lot of people are in fucking beds because they're so sick and they lay down all day. And like what I'm doing right now is I can do stomach indents while I lay down. So like what yoga really is about, it's about being so sick that you find yourself laying down in the sun all day, and it makes you feel better. And you don't have to sleep all day. And so sleeping all day and feeling like shit, you go out in the sun for a minute and you lay down and fall asleep in the sun and you feel better. And then why is that? And then the thing is, if you do stomach indents while you're in the sun, you're doing the yoga. It's like that's how yoga was created. Technically, is the stomach indents are just as powerful as the sun. So when the sun goes down, you can do the yoga and you can still have that energy and that chi in your body. But then when you do the yoga, you're actually using your own body. You don't have to leech off of the sun. You don't have to leech off of fucking plants and stuff. You can literally just use your own body to burn away tumors, to burn away all of the bad shit in your body. You can burn it away, and you don't need to leech off the sun. But at the first step, somebody is so sick that when they invented yoga, like just like I'm doing right now, they were doing stomach indents, and they tell you that like somebody out there was so sick they literally could do nothing, and they had paralysis, and they were laying outside in the sun, laying down on their stomach. And that's all they could do was stomach indents, and then they did that every day. And because they lay down in the sun and did the stomach indents, they had to do it every day. And that's what the real yoga gurus are. They're usually sick guys that were in hospital beds. And they tell you that they could do nothing but move their stomach. They just laid there every day moving their stomach. And then they discovered that, uh, they started moving their body. And then after they started getting stomach indents, they started moving their ankles. And they started flexing their ankles and their calves. And it's like they become yoga gurus. And it's like a health concern because if they don't do the yoga, they have polio, they have all these diseases, and it starts taking over their body. So the yoga gurus are usually really sick guys that are really poor, and they're really trying to help their own. It's like they're helping themselves. Yeah. Oh, my mom wants me. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna do the yoga. No more laying down. Can't believe how sleepy I was 2 weeks ago. I was so sleepy 2 weeks ago. Usually I would not do yoga today, so don't get mad at me. More like Gayo. Where's my TTS at? Hey. Hi. Nicole Suarez. Hi. If you look at my video, I just posted on my YouTube channel. Kind of embarrassing video. 3 views, huh? Pretty disgusting video. It's going really good, honestly. It's like kind of like supernatural almost. But what's crazy is that somebody already wrote all this down for me to copy them. So there's already superhumans that they wrote down books for me to copy them. Let me put the phone down. Where's my computer at? Oh, there it is. I guess no more sun. Yeah, no, let's sun gaze for 5 more minutes. Come on, guys. I have things in my hand. I lose the things in my hand. Dude. No. Dude. What do I do? Do I go retrace my steps? It's impossible, man. How do I lose the same object 300 times a day? It makes me want to cry almost. There's no way it's not just sitting right here. Let me think. Okay, I was laying right here. And I said, oh, I have to get up. No. No. Oh my God. No. I guess I gotta go back and retrace all my steps. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. I can't believe it. What the fuck? What happened to my screen? What the hell happened to my screen, man? Can I get a break? Fuck. Okay, we're back. God damn it. I just want to buy jewelry so bad. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me, guys? I just can't stop thinking about buying my necklaces. Okay, I have a bunch of Lizzie McGuire, Kim Possible toys that I could get rid of. Now that I think about it, actually, I have like 100 of them. I should be able to get like $4 a piece out of them. $400 right there. I have water in my mouth. Sorry if I talk weird. This is what it sounds like when I don't have water in my mouth. I just swallow the water. Put the water back in my mouth. It kind of gives me like a weird lisp kind of. So the only thing I can think of that I have hundreds of replicas of is Lizzie McGuire and Kim Possible toys. I have like 1,000, literally 1,000 of the same Lizzie McGuire, like 10 toys, and the same Kim Possible 10 toys. So I don't mind getting rid of those for some opal necklaces. And then I can give one to my sister, one to my mom, one to me, and I'm going to give them matching bracelets. My sister's favorite color is red, so I have to get her a red opal bracelet, red opal necklace. I think my mom, what does she like? She likes multicolor. Or I can get them each a Galaxy. So I need like $500. Plus I need $300 for presents. And if I get them today, it'll take a month to get here in the mail. So by December, it'll actually take more than a month. So by December 20th, I should get my presents in the mail. But if I wait too long, I might not be able to get the presents by Christmas. So I'm going to need to get a nice necklace for my mom and my sister. And that's going to be between $180. And then to get a bracelet, probably going to be $30-$40. So we'll just say $280. So I need $280 for presents. Plus I need $500, so $780. If I can somehow get 500 Kim Possible toys, Lizzie McGuire toys, and I'd have to sell them for $2 a piece. That's $1,000. And I could buy myself my Opal Kingdom necklace. I wish I could understand the energy in my body more. What is going on with the sun? Let me lay in the sun a little bit more. I might do stomach indents while I lay down in the sun. I don't want to waste the sun. I'm finally worshiping the sun and Jesus. I forgot what I read the other day that made me realize that being religious is actually a higher form of consciousness. Oh yeah, it was Island of Dr. Moreau. So in Island of Dr. Moreau, the animal people are more conscious when they are introduced to music and they learn skills, and they learn all the skills and how to use all the tools, and they learn about religion. It's a high form of consciousness. So you could be a human, but there could be literally a lesser being, but just because that being is religious, they're technically higher consciousness than you. So you could steal that consciousness by becoming religious yourself. I love it when birds fly right over the sun, exactly where I'm looking at the sun. I don't have my eyes open, by the way, but a shadow just fucking crossed my eye. That's crazy how a bird literally just crosses right in front of the sun perfectly. I'm growing pumpkins behind me. I got some pumpkins growing, like 100 of them. We'll see if any survive. Okay, I'm gonna try to do some stomach indents while I do this. Maybe I can get 2 birds with 1 stone. Keep an eye out for people that are dressed like cats. That's the secret word of the day. Let's see how many cat costumes we can see today. So whatever I think about is going to happen. So let's think about getting opals, making money. So let me just keep talking about how we're going to go to my storage unit and I'm going to grab some items and we're going to flip those items for money so I can buy Christmas presents. Rare Christmas presents for my beautiful family. Finally, I can finally buy a Christmas present for my family. So I'm going to go to the storage unit. I'm going to grab the toys. I have 1,000 Lizzie McGuire toys. They might be going for $14 a piece. I'm pretty sure they're going for like $11, $14, $7 minimum. It costs $7 to ship an item, so they might be just shipping them for $8. And maybe they only make $1. Maybe somehow they get free shipping somehow, but so they make the full $8. So it's is it worth just at minimum? It's probably worth $4, or it's worth $7, or it's worth $11 to $14 minimum, sold value. I'm pretty sure this, and there's no way that it's going for $1.99. Plus, I have the set, and I have 100 of the same, maybe 300 of the same 2 sets. And actually, I have Sonic sets too from the '90s. So I have complete McDonald's sets from the '90s in early 2000s of different things, but times 100. I have hundreds of Sonic toys from the '90s that are complete sets from McDonald's, and then Kim Possible, Lizzie McGuire animated TV show. So if the sets have 5 pieces, and then each piece is going for, let's say, $5, that's $25 a set. But really, they're going for fucking $50. I can just say I have 10 sets of Lizzie McGuire, 50% off. I'll fucking say, $200. It'll be 50 pieces, 50 times 5, $250. And then when they look on eBay, they'll say, "Oh my God, these are worth $12 a piece. I could get 500. I could get $600 out of these for $250." And let them fucking try to sell it on eBay. Then I can buy my family opal necklaces. Let me think. What should I talk about? Jesus, please. I love you, Jesus. I surrender to Jesus. I let Jesus into my heart. I let Jesus into my life. I'm a sinful creature. I'm a monster of a creature, sinful. but I'm protected by Jesus, and I love him and he loves me, even though they have to watch me be a piece of crap. It's okay. Without Jesus, I don't think I'd be allowed to do this. Who would be there protecting me, my soul? What would I do? I would just probably, I'd probably just be an animal if it wasn't for Jesus. No joke. I literally would be walking around in a field right now, but because of Jesus, I'm literally about to gang wars thanks to no food stamps. Okay, so the way it works is that the only reason that food stamps actually exist, and I'm not joking around, is because in ancient society, people used to go insane and literally to save their lives. You would have poor people just to eat food. They would literally firebomb like an entire city. Or they would, you know what they do in the movies, like these poor people, these peasants, and all these old movies. They, you have kids willing to steal. You have people trying to rob banks. You have uh, people trying to counterfeit money. You know what I mean? So you have the people literally go crazy and they start bombing and they start throwing fucking Molotov cocktails like in ancient society. So what happened was in all of society they gave people food stamps and since 1,000 years ago. It's not a new thing. It's been around since 1,000 years in all the first world kingdoms. So they do that because if they don't, people to save their own life, they're not. They have to like start. They just start throwing rocks at windows. You know what I mean? They go crazy. So what's happening right now is they're gonna reset the food stamp thing, and they're taking their sweet time with it. So it's gonna take a whole month, and the computers they just have to pause it for like a month or whatever they're doing. And I think it's personally probably going to cause a lot of mayhem. There's going to be a lot of fucking people that it's going to be now an excuse for them to go rob. And if somebody's going to the grocery store and they have food in their hand and you have a whole handful of groceries, I wouldn't be surprised if people are going to get robbed going to their car at Walmart and they're going to their car and have groceries in their hand and a van pulls up and literally just steals all your groceries, or maybe they follow you home and they literally might follow old ladies home, and when the old lady's going to her house with her grocery cart, they might just run up and snag her fucking frozen pizzas. They might literally sit there in the grocery store and watch for people that buy a bunch of frozen pizzas, and they say, "Okay, that guy, we're going to follow him home and take all his pizza." And he's walking home alone, and then they just jump on him and grab all his fucking frozen food. And he's sitting there like, "Oh my god, please don't hurt me!" And they grab all his frozen food. I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to happen nationwide. And then you're going to have all these young people. I don't know what's going on with young people. They're a different species of people. I don't think they have enough fluoride in the water. They need more fluoride in the water. People are not smart anymore. I think back then they used to have more chemicals in the water. They didn't. They weren't fucking shy about it. They trusted God. They trusted God and they trusted Jesus, and they literally let Jesus and God. Yeah, people used to put more chemicals in the water, and they trusted the fluoride, and they trusted the process. And they put heroin in the water, they put cocaine in the water, they put a bunch of prescription pills in the water. And then when you drink tap water, you used to be able to get prescription medicine from the tap water, and you got fluoride, and it was okay. It's like, yeah, there's particles of 10,000 different prescription medicines in the water. And it's okay to drink tap water because it gives you self medication. You can medicate just by drinking tap water. And nowadays, no one they don't let you do that anymore. They're like, oh god, there's fluoride in the water. Oh no, there's prescription medicine in the water. Now, all the young people they don't fucking have that. They need it. They used to be able to drink 10 cups of tap water, and it would turn you into a fucking superhuman. Now you drink the 10 cups of tap water. It doesn't have the fluoride in it. It doesn't have the cocaine and all the fucking prescription medicine in it. Now the new generation of kids, they're antsy. They just react. It's like they snap on a dime. So you could have an entire civilization of young guys right now. Now they're going to snap at this stupid food stamp shit. They're literally going to make it their whole point of their life. And since they don't have the fluoride in the water anymore and all the fucking chemicals, now they're They're unmedicated people running around. Like, there could be an entire species of human for the first time in history. They're running around and they're not drinking prescription water. And this is what happens. They're testing that out. They want to see if this new species of human, these millennials, they want to see what they do. They want to see, are they going to start gang wars? Are they going to start throwing rocks through windows like they did in the 70s? Are they going to Molotov cocktail people like they did 1,000 years ago? Because we evolved since then. Like, we don't do that shit anymore. But like, what is the millennials going to do? They want to see, are they desperate for food? Are they so desperate for food that they literally are going to go to fucking gang wars? Is it not? Then that means that they literally, all white people don't do that for some reason. The white people literally are just so conscious. They already predicted this was going to happen a month ago, and they saved all their food stamp money. And nothing, like maybe nothing happens. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking robs anybody. All the millennials are smarter than we think. Maybe every millennial is just so fucking smart they just all help each other. No one cares about no food stamps. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. What's up?
Is that why people are going to raid Walmart, like raid Shadow Legends?
Yeah, that's what happens. Like, in all of history, if you don't have food stamps, the people will raid grocery stores. That's the way it is. They might be trying to get rid of the bad people. They might be trying to crack down and find people that are robbers, and they might be trying to like find all the fucking evil people. Maybe they're doing this for a good reason. That's what you always have to think about. You always have to think about is for the best benefit for you. It's never conspiracy theory to hurt you. It's always conspiracy theory to actually help you. It's never to hurt you. So whatever's happening, they actually, or maybe they're trying to catch bad people. Maybe they're fixing the whole computer system, and maybe it's going to take them an extra month to fix the stupid computer system. It's no big deal. They literally are fixing the computer system. That some fucking guy, maybe some guy from Asia, came over here, some hacker, and he might have just fucked up the whole. They might be not telling us the truth. Maybe a Chinese hacker came over here with a fake mask and fake identity, like a movie, and he like literally went to the bottom level of the fucking Social Security, and he like hacked his way into the door, and he's like not even supposed to be there. He straight up just fucking deletes all the files. And you got some Chinese hacker, and they don't want to tell you, oh, there's a Chinese hacker that just came to the food stamp office and deleted the entire program. For all you know, that's what happened. And they literally have to figure out how to make this whole mainframe. They have to build the whole thing over again. And maybe it was planned. Like, for all you know, maybe the military told China, you need to send someone over here to hack our fucking system so we can upgrade it. And maybe China was like, okay, we're going to send some guy. He's going to think that he's on a secret mission, and then you're going to then you're going to catch him, and then you're going to shut down your whole system for a month, and then we're going to repair it. So maybe they literally are going to pimp the fuck out of us. I heard they're going to give us 15% more. They're actually going to give everybody like 20% more money. Did you hear about that? Next month, everyone's getting like 15% more food stamps. They're getting 20% more Social Security. Everyone's getting paid a little more next year. Next year, everyone's getting paid like $2 more. It's no big deal. They're doing it to save our lives. You know? You got to believe in God. You got to believe in Jesus. And you got to be on the consciousness. People that believe in, even if it's fake, it doesn't matter if it's real or fake. If you talk about it and you believe, and you just say, and you start studying preachers and stuff, it literally makes you into a different person. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake. You just have to read about miracles and preachers and the Bible, and you become more conscious. Instead of just watching brain rot videos all day, you could spend a little time reading about religion and stuff. It helps your consciousness. You become a smarter person. You know, you surrender yourself. And when you surrender yourself to a higher power, it doesn't matter. When you the act of surrendering yourself, you know, you become not a criminal. You're not a terrorist anymore. The terrorists, they never surrender themselves, do they?
That's the whole point about terrorism is they don't surrender themselves. And can you imagine if a bunch of terrorists right now in Arabia straight up sent a video to the CIA and they were all worshiping Jesus and they said we're going to turn ourselves in, and we were literally on such a low consciousness that we can't even remember what we were doing. But now that we were studying Jesus every day, we were at such a high consciousness that we just want to surrender. And the only reason we're surrendering is because we believe in Jesus. Can you imagine if they said that and they surrendered themselves in the name of Jesus and they just sat in jail and they started reading the Bible? That'd be pretty cool. Just like you can see how if you don't read about it, you literally become a terrorist because you're not surrendering yourself in the religious. I think shrimp gives you diseases. 100% sure. I hate to say it. I'm almost 100% sure all seafood has parasites in it that are fucking water parasites. And when they enter your body, they love the wet, moist body. I don't know if I'm just talking shit. I'm scared of seafood, honestly. I don't know why. I only drink seafood oil and canned anchovies. I'm scared of fish. I'll only eat the oil. I haven't ate shrimp in like 10 years. I'm afraid of the poop. The shrimp poop inside of the shrimp. It's like you have to like take the poop out. It's like, dude, just because you took the poop out and you took the head off, doesn't mean that you're like everything's okay. I don't know. I never really ate the sardines. I cook with the anchovies because it's the recipe of the Italians. I don't even know what sardines taste like. I just, I'm so set on the anchovies that it's kind of like, I wonder if it's the only fish that I'll eat for the rest of my life. It might literally be the only fish I eat for the rest of my life is anchovies. I'm never eating like shrimp, never eating crab. I'm never eating nothing, no fucking fancy fish, no tuna. It's like once you start doing the anchovies, it's like I wonder, does it have the most? Like we got to start researching anchovies. What's up with anchovies, and what about ancient people? So what if that? Oh, okay. So anchovies are potent. Okay, that's why they use them, huh? They're little tiny fish. Who would have thought? In my little brain, I would have thought it's better to have bigger fish. But no, it's better to have a bunch of little tiny fish and then strip them all naked and make them flesh and take their. I don't even know if they take the bones out. They have like the little French fry fish. Like, yeah, each can gets a little 8 fish per can. Man, whatever they do to those sardines, dude. And those anchovies in the farm. We gotta watch a video about it. I want to see what they do to those poor sardines. When I was like going through high school, there was this agriculture class, and we would watch videos of people that had jobs on farms. I remember once they showed us a video of a fish farm, and I was sitting there in the classroom just staring at this video about a fish farm, and it was so interesting. It was like, the man sits there and uses a net, catches 27 fish a day, and the production line. I guess maybe it's my dream. Like they literally hypnotized me when I was young to try to get me to be addicted to being a fish farmer. They low key wanted me to become a fish farmer, guys. Should we do it? Should I just dedicate my life to becoming a fish farmer for anchovies? Ooh. I want to be a white guy in a third world country. I want to be the only white guy in the whole city, and I want to be the boss of the anchovy farm. And I want to sit there and speaking in broken dialect and point and make all the fucking people run with the anchovy farms. I want to have an anchovy empire. Dude, I have a magnet that's like the most powerful magnet you can get, like a little fishing magnet that you. It's a fishing magnet that I got on it. My mom got it for me for Christmas on Amazon. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking 1,000 pound magnet. You know anybody who's ever found? So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about going to the Halifax River and throwing the magnet in over here, like where you there's like a little guardrail, and I'm thinking, I wonder how many people throw things over the guardrail. But I've never really found anything with a magnet. It's kind of a joke. Plus, gold isn't magnetic. I'm not really trying to find anything. I go dumpster diving in my town. I find gold every time. But when it comes to when it comes to magnet fishing and metal detecting, I have no luck. But when it comes to dumpster diving, I find so much gold. We're gonna go to my storage unit, guys, in a few hours. You guys want to go with me in like 2 hours? I'm gonna try to find some toys to sell. I want to buy some Christmas presents for my mom and my sister. I need like $250, $280. So if I talk about it, we can make it happen. If I believe in Jesus, we can make it happen. We just have to raise our consciousness, and whatever we talk about is going to come true. So I'll straight up post a bunch of toys on Facebook today, and I'll make a deal. I'll put 50% off. eBay already takes 10% off. It costs me $1 per package to ship it. That's another 5%. So 20% right there. Plus it costs me $2 in gas. That's another 10%. So it costs me 30% each item when I sell on eBay. I really only get 30%. And they might even take taxes. So it's like I really only get. Dude, when you sell on eBay, you technically only get fucking 70% anyways. You know what I mean? So if I sell something for fucking 50% off, I'm really only selling it for 20% off anchovies or sardines and constantly. I want to find a guy who has like nuts and bolts in his fucking head and he's got electricity coming out of him. That'd be pretty cool, dude. What if we had contact with like Frankenstein and he was on TV and he was like cool and nobody cared that he had lightning bolts coming out of his head? That'd be awesome. What if that was first contact? And Frankenstein was like, "I'm real." I'm the only human that is stopping the aliens from taking over. I've been manipulating you guys for the last 100 years. And I'm desperate. I need you guys to wake the fuck up. We're about to get taken over. What if he literally whips us into shape to fight aliens? Frankenstein and George Washington come back and they literally whip us all in shape, literally with whips. And every single person's getting whipped and they have to like work out and do yoga and like lift weights. And it's like it's totally totalitarian. Totalitarian? Tartarian? Tartarian? What if the Tartarians hate us? Yeah, you're right, dude. I don't like sardines. I like anchovies. Sardines are my enemy. We got to take over the sardine empire with anchovy empire. I should get some anchovies today at the store. Every time I go buy anchovies, it's a magical day. I mean, honestly, I could do nothing and not get anybody no Christmas presents. Like, we don't have to get Christmas presents for anybody. Maybe this is gonna be the first time I actually make money just to buy Christmas presents. I care. Yeah, so we're gonna sell some toys, guys. It's gonna work for sure. Bro, I don't know what to do for Halloween. What am I supposed to do? Go out or something? Dress up like a vampire and like walk around somewhere? I mean, I don't know where to go. I'm kind of in my own universe over here. I got my own planet over here. Halloween. I'm kind of sick, man. It's kind of hard to like not talk about it, but you know, we're not really doing anything for Halloween. I'm trying to buy Christmas presents because the stuff that I'm buying off of eBay takes a month and a half to get here. So if I buy it in the next 5 days, it'll probably get here before Christmas. But so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna buy some Christmas presents because I'm gonna buy it from India. It's kind of like the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like such a nightmare thinking about buying people Christmas presents, but I have to figure it out. It's like so like I'm thinking about the Nightmare of Christmas on Halloween. So it's like the Nightmare Before Christmas. What did you just say to me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Appears you and water jars and
Bro. Right. What video game is that again? Is that the new GTA? The sun's almost gone. Should I buy $200 of Publix gift card and McDonald's gift card, or no McDonald's? Nah, no McDonald's. Or yeah, McDonald's or no McDonald's. McDonald's. Oh my god. I'm about to go sell some McDonald's toys later. Maybe it's a sign. Do you think I'm supposed to eat McDonald's or no, guys? Every time I eat McDonald's, I feel like it's good. Dude, I used to have a car and I couldn't find anybody to help me with $15 for 6 months when I first lost my job. It was the first time I never had money. And for 6 months, I ran around without no idea what to do. Nobody even told me about food stamps until I went to Oregon and a 15-year-old homeless guy walked me to the food stamp office. This is the first time I even heard about food stamps. I never even heard of that. I didn't even know what they were until 2017, 2018 was when I first discovered food stamps. Was 2018. Never even knew what they were. And then when I first lost my job, I literally for 8 months, I had a broken windshield wiper. I didn't know what to do. And I sat there, and after 6 months, I was like, this is crazy. I can't find a single, I don't know what to do. I can't eat food. And like, I literally sold my car, and I went to Oregon because I was like, in Oregon, they have food, they have homeless shelters. I couldn't believe it. Because in Florida, they have no homeless shelters. In Oregon, they literally feed you like a king. And they love you. It's like they invite you to parties at the homeless shelters. Everyone's rich at the homeless shelters. It's insane. I couldn't believe it. I literally didn't believe it. I sold my $20,000 car, and I said, I guess I have to start over, dude. I couldn't find a single friend, nobody, no family members. no family, no friends, no neighbors, no churches. I went to every single church begging to figure out how to change the windshield wiper. Nobody helped me. They literally just said, go rob a bank. That's what the preachers told me. I already told you guys the story. A preacher told me to rob a bank. A preacher told me to get the fuck out. A preacher told me to literally K myself. I don't want to say the word. You know what I mean? Off myself. The preacher literally told me to. He said, I don't give a fuck. Go play yourself. I swear to God, a preacher told me that. And I'm sitting here trying to fix my windshield wiper in Florida. That's how bad it is. They hate everybody. Everyone's poor here. Everyone has black teeth in Florida. It is horrible in Florida. They took the fucking chemicals out of the water that heal people. So everyone in Florida drinks water that kills them. It is insane what they're doing to people in Florida. They have rotting teeth. I don't think it's possible to have non-black teeth in Florida. You literally have to have black teeth in Florida. So I go to Oregon and I eat like a king. People literally, for the first time in my life, showed me what food stamps was. I got on Social Security because I went to Oregon and people there aren't pieces of shit, dude. It's a different country. People there aren't total pieces of shit like they are here. Every person waved at me and smiled at me. I made 100 friends within a month. Everybody that saw me threw their hands up in the air and were literally, they all smile and throw their hands up in the air and they can't stop smiling around me. Every time somebody saw me, like I had a crowd around me. They throw their hands over me and like literally hugging me. It's like I was like a fucking, like they loved me, dude. Even like military dudes that had knives and they would just like talk about killing people. They would just sit next to me and like talk to me for 30 minutes as I'm doing yoga. And like everyone loved me. Even homeless people gave me their spots, gave me their clothes. Every single person would follow me around to the point where I'd have to run full blast and I have to say, listen, guys, I have shit I have to do and I just cannot. I would literally have to run away from European dudes that were like 30, 40 years old. I was like 28. There's like 30, 40-year-old European guys that just are obsessed with me. I'm like, are these guys gay? They just don't want to leave me alone. They just love me. Like, I literally say, okay, guys, I got to go. And I start running full blast because if I don't do that, these people just don't stop following me. Like, in Oregon, everybody would stop and wave at me. There was food on the sidewalk. They have trees. They have pears. On the trees, they have berries and grapes and raspberries. And like a bear, I would just wake up in the morning and go walk on the sidewalk and I would eat 1,000 raspberries. And literally, I would start my morning by just walking and just picking red giant raspberries. And so were all the local people. All the local people would do it too. And I was like a bear. And then I walked to the homeless shelter and eat a giant salad and then a giant pancake. And then they'd give me my own milk and my own soda and my own everything. Like all you could eat buffet. I gained 10 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds. I almost got married. I had 4 jobs. And then I did all that in 2 months. In 2 months, I did all that. And I literally did 1,000 times more than that. I hung out with 100 different people. I met the entire town. I literally met the entire town. The first day I went there was an eclipse. The first day I was in Oregon, there was an eclipse. There was fires. The sky was red. The sun was red. It was crazy. From the first day I got to Oregon, it was insanity. The sky was fucking red. Half of the Oregon was on fire. There was an eclipse. The day I got there was an event where the whole city came together to help people and improve the city, and they gave me free squeezy toys. And I was like walking around this event, squeezing this toy in my hand, and like I was getting invited to all these things. The first day I got there, I got invited to all these places. All these Indians that were like 50 years old in suits were inviting me to fucking meetings. I was like getting invited to 20 different meetings by Indians wearing suits. I've never even met an Indian before. Never even seen an Indian before. And I made so many Indian friends. I got invited in the middle of the woods. The Indians begged me to come over to their houses. I literally went in the middle of the woods and I was like, I don't even want to be here right now. They're cooking me food and I don't want to eat any other food. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't eat shrimp, but I will eat seafood. And they literally have like a fucking teepee in the middle of the woods, like a mile away from civilization. And the guy has blonde hair and he's 7 foot tall. and he's got a tattoo of a fucking wolf on his chest. I swear to God, he carried a samurai sword around him, and every day he'd sit at the library practicing samurai sword techniques in the middle of the in between the city hall and the library, in front of all the police. Every day he'd just sit there. Every day he'd sit there and practice swinging the samurai sword. And I was like, "Who are you?" And he told me who he was. He's like, "I'm an Indian. My dad was a blonde Indian. He was 7 foot tall. We're like a certain tribe of Indians. We're white with blonde hair." And the dude was like 6'5", and he carried a samurai sword. And he was my friend. Every day I'd go hang out with him, and then I was friends with his friends. And then I ended up being friends with all his Indian cousins, and they were robbing cars constantly. Every day they just rob cars and like steal things, and they literally would go to some kind of tribal court, and they didn't have to deal with local police. They'd have to deal with some other police, and the police literally just let them go for like stealing cars. They just let them go. And the first day I met one of his cousin was literally picklocking some kind of mailbox or something. And I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, dude, I do this all the time. I just robbed a bunch of people, and I just stole a bunch of cars, and they just let me go. I have to deal with tribal police." And as I'm talking to them, meeting this guy for the first time, he's got a picklock. And I'm like, this is what Indians are doing in Oregon. They're like a completely different race of people. I made friends with so many Indians. I made friends with drunk Indians, white Indians, blonde Indians, fat Indians, Eskimo-looking Indians, giant buff Indians that were mentally ill, like literally giant military buff bodybuilder Indians that were mentally ill, like the movies. Straight up, like all the movies, you see this giant buff Indian and he's like mentally ill. They were dumpster diver Indians. Girls were all fucking talking sexual to me. Girls would flirt with me. It was crazy. There were so many cute girls, and like they would flirt with me, and literally they'd talk about sex with me. Like they're like, "We should have a threesome." And I'm just like, "Okay, cool." And all of this happened in like just a few months in Oregon. I had 5 jobs. I met 1,000 people. Everybody was so happy. It's like $20 minimum wage. $20 minimum wage, I think, is right now. Here it's like $8 minimum wage. So they're making triple the amount of money that people here are making. It's insanity. And here, I come back here, and the first day I come back here, I couldn't find weed for 12 hours. And I literally started screaming, and then the police arrested me. Because I was literally I could not believe I could not find weed. I'm like, this is not real. I started screaming, like, I need weed. And then they arrested me for screaming that I need weed. The first day I come back to Florida, it's just like, Florida, nobody smiles. People hide their fucking faces. Everyone has black teeth. It's so fucked up what they're doing to Florida. They all have black teeth. Everyone hides their face. Nobody smiles. And the crazy part, in Oregon, I saw what they do. The entire city, I would sit out front of the homeless shelter, and the entire city would bring them all their extra food. Every restaurant would come through and bring all their extra food every day. You would have 20 different pizza guys. There'd be 1,000 pizza boxes. You would have all the bakeries give all their cakes and all of their donuts. You would literally have mountains of cake, mountains of donuts. And then you would have all of the fucking little Greek restaurants and all the places would give all their sandwiches. Starbucks gave all of their extra coffee and food. Every day they would give me 10 Starbucks sandwiches. Anytime I was hungry, I would go to the pantry and they would give me Starbucks sandwiches. Like I'd have choices between all of the sandwiches that you get at all the restaurants. And it's insanity, dude. Literally all day long, people are walking through the front door with mountains of food all day long. Even local people would make chili, or they would make hamburgers and hot dogs. And every day, 20 times a day, you would see an old lady come through with buckets and buckets of chili, and buckets of hamburgers, and buckets of chili dogs, of hot dogs, of salads. And then you'd have teenagers. You'd have like college students. You would have hot girls. You would have literally every hour there'd be 20 hot girls that come through with a mountain of cakes. And they own the bakery that made custom cakes. They literally give the homeless shelter all their cakes. And it was like The community would run. Everybody was running all day long. The sidewalks were full of people running. Every sidewalk was full of somebody running, and they had signs everywhere. They had all these events everywhere, and then you keep walking, and you have cancer where.
Because I live in a town, I live in a red state, dude. Red is people that want to be controlled. That's the whole point about Republicans and liberals is if you vote red, then you need that. That's saying that you want to be controlled. Hear yourself, and it also means that you want the government to use police and military to control you. That's what red means if you vote for Republican. It means that you literally want to be controlled by police and you can't take care of yourself. That's why they want all America to be red, and then you look at the blue states, it's a completely different country. They want us to be like third worlders, and they're trying to make a way because white people can't be controlled, and you have people from third world countries that are trying to control America, and this is what they're obsessed with. No matter what we do, they're going to try to do it. So it's almost like the government has to pretend that the red is winning. That's why Donald Trump is president, because the government has to fake it to make it. So they're faking it being controlled. And so the third worlders, they look at our country and they think they're winning. They think that they're taking over the white people and the white devils. But then you have people like Donald Trump that fake it all. And they're just faking it all. And we're living the perfect life. But to the people the Illuminati type people trying to take over our country, to them, they think that we're all poor. They think that we're all stupid and we all drink soda and soda rots your teeth and nicotine rots. They think that we're all rotting teeth. They all think that we all just smoke cigarettes and it kills us. It's like, but really, the government's like has to lie like that because they have to fake it. Because if they don't, you literally would have third world countries, gang members coming to this country and killing all the people, all the big business. Dude, Bill Gates wouldn't be alive if they didn't do what they're doing right now, letting third worlders win. They would have gangs of third worlders. They would have already killed Jeff Bezos and all the Mark Zuckerberg, but they know that. And it's just like food stamps. It's like 1,000 years ago, they already knew that this happens. That's why we have food stamps. That's why they have the whole country's red right now, because to the third worlders, to the gang members, they think that we're just already taken over. They think that we're completely taken over and it's like we're nobodies. Nobody speaks English. And they have to kind of give the appearance that America's stupid and weak. We're all dumb and they have to pull strings like this to let them win. They have to let the Illuminati win a little bit. And if they don't, they have to, because in the old times they had gangs that would go to every business and systematically target every business and every business owner. You know what I mean? It's like that was thousands of years ago they used to do that. And now we've progressed as a society where it's like there's still Illuminati type people out there. There's still enough bad people out there that are not white, and they want to attack white people. That's all they think about. That's all they think about is I'm better than a white person, and I don't need white people. They're the devil. That's all they fucking think about. Because they need us. And instead of having a relationship with Christ, and that's what I was talking about, is if you see a third worlder or even like Osama bin Laden, a bunch of terrorists, they straight up say, listen, I don't know what I'm doing. I need Christ in my life. I surrender. And they literally hold their hands up and they surrender to the fucking military. It's like, that's a consciousness where they're not thinking about, we're better than white people. Let's fucking kill America. Yeah. It's like they literally think about that all day long. None of them have the balls to stop doing that and be conscious and straight up say, wait a minute. Even if I don't believe in Jesus, I have to read about it because it raises my consciousness. And then you start reading it and you're like, oh my God. So we're living in a world where the Illuminati are people that are not willing to surrender. They're low consciousness. They like it. They want to be a low consciousness. And then you have people that are high consciousness. It's like global population. You can either be like, that's really for Illuminati people. They have to be controlled. They're the ones like, they think that they're controlling us, but really it's to control them. And the whole thing is actually we're scamming the shit out of all the third world countries right now. That's what's going on. Is America is scamming the fuck out of all of the countries that are weak. We are scamming the shit out of them. And instead of surrendering, like if you're in a third world country, the high class surrender to the white people. They surrender.
That's the whole point, is you have to surrender to the white people. And then there's gangs that don't want to do that. There's people that don't want to surrender to Jesus, and they don't want to surrender to the white people. And then Donald Trump and the whole military and the politics, you don't know about it, but they're doing half the shit they do to protect us and to stop gangs and to make sure that doesn't happen. So that's why all Americans, they don't care about politics. They understand. They know that it's all lies and it's all fake to throw off all these other people that were scamming. We're scamming everybody. And when they look at America, we know that it's all the news is fake, because they don't need to know the truth. They don't need to know what we're sending to other countries and what's really going on underground and stuff. They would go crazy. Can you imagine? Let them fucking think that their country's the best. Let them talk about, we're going to take over America. Yeah. Let them be terrorists, dude. They're not capable of being higher consciousnesses. They don't have a doctor. They have to have doctors. And like, that's what the water is supposed to be. Water is supposed to have 1,000 prescriptions in it. Water is supposed to have every prescription medicine in it. It's supposed to have fluoride in it. You know why? If you did that, all these other countries, they'd be normal people just by having prescription medicines in all the water. So you take 20 glasses of water a day, and you're just like, oh, this water's healing me. This water's healing me. Wow. And it has fucking antibiotics in it. It has all the fucking heroin pills in it. And it's like got fluoride in it. It's got only milliparticles. So you're only getting like a millionth of a fucking particle, but you're healing your body. And now they're like taking it all out. So the Illuminati's like hurting themselves. It's like depopulation, but they're like doing it to themselves. And they think they're so smart. They're like, yeah, we don't have fluoride in the water anymore. Yeah, we don't have prescription medicine. They're going against God. And that's what the red states are. The red states are people like that. The red states are you telling yourself that you literally are so dumb that you want to be controlled by military force, to the point where they can just come into your house with guns and just tell you what to do if you vote red. And when the whole country's red, it's over. They're going to put a brain implant. You're literally are. If the whole country goes red, I don't know if you guys really understand what you're voting for. 100% sure you're voting for brain implants and shock collars in a military society like North Korea. That's what North Korea is a red state. That's what you're going to. That's if you go all red, you turn into North Korea, where they can kill you if you don't have a picture of the president on your wall. You don't bow down to him every day. They can kill you. That's what a red society is. So the people that talk about voting red and stuff, they're literally mindless apes that are begging, and maybe they need it, and maybe that's what the aliens do. Maybe the aliens literally say, if we planted 1,000 societies, and the way we judge them is if they go all red, then we have to send the fucking brain implants. But there's a chance that we don't have to go all red. There's people on this planet that are white enough, and they're smart enough, and they're willing to stop the fucking third. You have Donald Trump, you have all these white people, that you still have a few blue states left. We don't have to get brain implants yet. We don't have to get shot in the head for not worshiping Kim Jong-un. But it's going to come to that, guys, and they wrote about it. That's the whole point of the brain implants. It's about voting red. So when you vote red, if you know it or not, the end result is brain implants and military takeover and guns in your house. And they're allowed to just come in there, literally push a button, and you have to do what they say. And it's like they could do this to thousands of societies, and that's how they judge. Think about it. If you had a bunch of planets and you had thousands of fucking, that's the way they would do it. It's all systematic. It's a system that they perfected 1,000 years ago. You guys can't see it, apparently. How come I can see it, but you guys can't see it? How come I can turn fucking blue into green and shit? Nobody talks about it. It's so fucking stupid. It's like all you have to do is drink a blue drink and then puke it up. And then, like, how come I've never seen nobody talking about, like, puking up green? You think everybody would do it, and it's a common part of society. It's like food stamps. Maybe everybody does that. I just invented it. Everyone else has been doing it since they're 13 years old, apparently. And it's like just like food stamps. I just invented it. No one's ever told me that you're supposed to drink up blue liquid in the morning and puke it up green. It seems like everybody would be like in every cartoon, just like it's like a morning routine. But if it's not, then like maybe I'm discovering shit that's literally. So there's books out there where ancient people told you how they got UFOs. It's not a secret. So there's no secrets. If you think you're keeping a secret, it's like there's no secrets. They already figured it all out. Not all of it, but they figured out all the shit you're saying, someone figured it out 2,000. A caveman that you think figured it out 2,000 years ago. So where's all these secrets that people have to hide and trying to get power? It's like that's terrorism. You have to share all your secrets and love everybody and want to protect everybody and help everybody and share all your secrets. And if you want to share all your secrets, that's the opposite of terrorism. You want to surrender yourself to this world. You're literally living in a world of somebody else created. Somebody else, God and angels created this world. You got to surrender yourself to them.
No, they don't. It's in every. That's the whole point. Is that the more poor you are, the closer you are to God, because all you really need is the sun, and you just need time to work on yourself. It's like you can work in people like Amish people have more of a chance to fucking not be addicted to shit and sit there and do yoga every day. Some guy in the hospital has more of a chance to fucking sit there in pain all day in the hospital and say, "Wait a minute, this is not working out. I need to figure out a better answer." That's the whole point of the yoga gurus. The yoga gurus are always people that they have to figure it out without the help of society, without the help of machines, or no one's telling them what to do. They have to sit there in pain and say, wait a minute. If I fucking do yoga every day, I'm not in pain anymore. And then no one else is doing it except the farm boy, the guy that has no IQ. That's the only people that are doing it. People have like no IQs and they're like desperate, stupid people. Everyone else is just too happy. You got too many cars, you got money. Like all you're thinking about is how to spend your money. You're not in a hospital bed thinking about, holy shit, if I don't do the yoga today, I'm gonna fucking die. And those are the type of people that because of pain, they have to do certain things to fix their lives, and they have to do certain routines. And it could be they're stupid people that don't even know how to read, and that's how they get ahead in life, because they have to do these certain routines that heal their body. And that's who ends up becoming the yoga gurus. Poor people that are sick, weak people, dumb people, retarded people, even retarded people like a Down syndrome almost. It's not like inheriting a bunch of money or having $1 billion. Like you don't do better yoga because you have more money. You actually can't do yoga if you have $1 billion because you have to run a business. Have you seen any yoga? Does Bill Gates do yoga 4 times a day? I thought if you had a lot of money, it means something. All it means is that you just have to buy more jewelry. That's worthless. I can buy jewelry for $1. They try to sell it for me for $2,000 if I go to the store. I could buy the same piece of jewelry for $20, $100, maybe $200 online, and they want to charge me $20,000 for fake gems, fake diamonds. It's all fake. And they're playing on people's ignorance. So the stupider you are, the more of a chance you have to be taken over and go to hell. And that's the only people that. But the thing is, they said if you don't have an older brother teaching you what to do, then you literally die and you never figure anything out, and you literally become poor and you never become a millionaire. Like you have to have somebody who's a millionaire to teach you how to do it. You have to have an older brother that does yoga to teach you how to do it. And the number one reason for death is because people don't have a mystical person that's 30, 50 years old that's teaching you how to do yoga, how to cook food, how to do this, how to do that. They're like you said, they're stupid. They stay stupid, and everyone stays the same. They don't have some mystical older brother telling them all the fucking secrets. Like, oh man, like here's my older brother, and he's like literally comes through like an alien, and he's like, this is how you become a millionaire, my friend. And now you're a millionaire. This is how you work out. And now you start working out every day. This is my routine. Now you follow his routine every day. Because they don't have that, that's the number one reason for death, is that all young men are susceptible to it. And it happens so often right now. There's so many young men that all they need is to know a little bit of answer about something, about money, about health, just a little bit of knowledge. And because they don't have it, they're going to continue down a backwards path, and it's going to end them. They're going to get stupider and dumber and poorer and dumber, and they're never going to learn how to be a millionaire. They're never going to learn how to do yoga. They're never going to learn how to cook their own food. It's like Bill Gates. Just because you have a lot of money too. For some reason, the billionaires, they're stuck too. They don't have. They literally. It's like to be a billionaire, you have to dedicate your soul, and that's what you're giving your soul away is that you're supposed to be walking on diamonds. That's your soul, is your foot. And by the end of your life, if you're not walking on diamonds, literally in your shoe, then you give away your soul. You know what I mean? So it's like it doesn't matter who you are. You could be a billionaire. You just have to start caring about your life, caring about your soul. And these people literally, the way they talk is they always say they don't care about their lives. They don't care if they die. They don't believe in God. It's like these people, they don't care about their souls. They don't care about their souls, guys. A lot of people, they are happy to die. They don't care. It's like these people, and those are the people that are running the world. It's like suicidal people are running the world. I feel like they don't believe in Jesus. They don't talk about it. Yeah, I got 50 carats and diamonds coming for $5 or $10. Actually, $13. I gotta finish the stupid yoga, man. It's hard to do yoga 2 days in a row. I need a day break in between the yoga. Dude, my leg muscles are so fucking big right now. It's hard to sit in this position now. Oh my god, I should just watch the video. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, if it was all blue, everybody would be doing yoga. Nobody would be addicted to drugs. Everybody would have better technology. And we're not ready for it, obviously. You guys think all these old people are ready for anything? They're voting red. They're not. They're voting to take fluoride out of the water. They don't know what they're doing. They're hurting their kids. Their kids are crazy. They don't even have fucking pharmaceutical drugs in the water anymore, do they? They used to have like all the heroin pills, every single drug used to be in the water by parts per million. I don't even know if they had that anymore. They used to have fluoride in the water. You used to be able to drink 10 cups of tap water and feel like a champion. It was like I don't need anything. I don't need weed. I don't need tobacco. I don't need alcohol. All I need is my tap water. You don't see that shit anymore. At least in Florida, you don't see that. I need to do yoga until I can stretch my legs properly, dude. That hurts so bad. When I try to stretch my leg, like touch my toes, bro, it hurts. The back of my knee is so fucking bad, man. I gotta get muscles on my legs. I'm already developing them, but once I start getting them for sure, I'll get a job. It's really holding. I've had leg pain. It's like my legs are in knots, guys. My leg is completely dead. I have like no muscles. I mean, I do have little muscles, but my God, I got to develop my inner thigh and the back of my thigh under my butt cheek. That's where it's weak. Yeah, but honestly, I need someone to throw me a little bone, dude. I need to find some person that will just like be a fucking older brother for me for like a year. Not even a year, for like 3 months. I just need to find some fucking person that, like, if I call them and then I'm still like, dude, like, I don't know what to do. I just got overdrafted $5 on my eBay account because somebody's returning an item. And they're like, oh, that's cool, dude. If somebody's returning an item on your eBay account, you didn't expect that to happen. You have no money in your account. Like, I'll cover that $5. You can just pay me back next month. And because I don't have that, dude, I have to go pawn my gold and shit and get scammed. And it's like, because I had to do that a year ago, every month I have to go get scammed. But if I didn't do it the first time, I wouldn't have to owe the stupid fucking pawn shop my gold. So it's like, because I didn't have that initial older brother, like we were talking about earlier, that's the number one cause of death, is that people, they just don't have anyone to teach them anything or help them out, and it ruins them. They never figure it out. They can't just figure it out themselves. I can just read a book about how to that's going to tell me and walk me to the food stamp office. I had to have a 15-year-old kid walk me. The first person I told that I didn't have food stamps, they walked me to the food stamp office, that was the only time I ever even knew what food stamps was. I can't just read books and then one of the books is going to be like, okay, Eric, good job, Eric. In this society, you just have to figure it out yourself. Like, how the fuck are you you can't figure it out yourself. Did you guys figure out how to make the internet? So people tell me, like, I have to figure it out myself, and it's like this and that. It's like, dude, you don't even know how to make the internet. How about you fucking use that stupid gimmick bullshit on yourself? Like, you don't even know how to make the internet, but you use it every day. How about you have to go create your own computer,
Go create your own robots. Go create your own software, and then like use your own computer. You don't need other people. You don't need anybody to help you. You just need to do it yourself. Go build your own fucking computer. Go build your own technology. Go build your own light bulbs. Go build anything yourself and not need anybody. It's impossible. It's 100% impossible. So it's stupid to pretend that you don't need people to help you in situations where you don't know what you're doing. People literally go to the fucking doctor. How about the doctor tells them, oh, you should figure it out yourself, dude. You don't need me. You have to figure it out yourself, dude. Can you imagine if a doctor said that to somebody? And that's how the fucking YouTube treats me. They're like, just want to watch me sit here and like, I literally don't know how to get food stamps, and a 15-year-old kid had to tell me. But I was living in Florida for 8 months. Every single person I told, I said, I don't know what to do. This is the first time I've ever not had a job. I don't know what to do. If I could just fix my car, I could literally, for $15, I could probably go get a job doing a taxi or Uber or something. Nobody cared. Nobody fucking was lending me $15. Nobody told me to get food stamps. Nobody told me about Social Security. I had to sell my $20,000 car and literally escape to Oregon. And because I escaped to Oregon, now I have Social Security. Now I have food stamps. And now I saw that in every other state or whatever, they care about homeless. And there's no such thing as homeless people. Every single homeless person there was only temporary housing there because they're moving houses, or they're fighting with their dad, or some guy was fighting with his wife, or this guy was moving states and he just wanted to see the area. Like, nobody was homeless. The only homeless guy, he was like sitting on a bench drinking alcohol, and I asked everybody, who is this guy? Supposedly he had like a huge family. His brother's a millionaire. He's got 7 brothers and 20 grandkids, and he's like a fucking millionaire. He just likes to sit on the bench and drink all day. He's not even a bum. And half of the bums are fucking FBI agents. I swear to God, half of the bums are people that are doing criminal activity and shit, and like cops that are trying to catch them. There's like no homeless people. There's only people that are running away from their mom and dad for a few days. There's only people that are fighting with their mom, or fighting with their sister, fighting with their wife. There's people that are moving in between moving. And they don't like the word. They didn't use the word homeless there. They use the word temporary housing. There's no such thing as homelessness in Oregon. They only used it in every single person that I said homeless. Every single person would correct me, and they said, no, there's no such thing. It's not homelessness. It's that there's people that are being temporarily unhoused, and they have to have somewhere to be temporarily housed, and they always leave. There's no such thing as this is not homelessness. And every single person would correct me. And in Florida, people are like backwards. They're voting to get brain implants because they can't act like they do in the blue states. They can't act like that for some reason. They don't want to smile. They don't want to wave to people. They don't want to give their food to the shelters. And that's all they have to do. That's the only fucking difference, is that they care about people. They have love in Oregon. They smile. They give you clothes. Everyone is beautiful there. And here people are rotten teeth, black teeth. So I don't know. I had to run away from Florida. And because I did that, I got to see what it's really like in America. The truth, that it's not like this anywhere else. And here, you ask people, the people here have no idea. They think the entire America is like Florida. And that's what I've noticed. The worst part about Florida people is they, for some reason, think everywhere else is like this. They think everyone doesn't care about homeless people. They think everyone hates black people. They think everyone has black teeth. And it's like, when you talk to the Florida people, I can't be around them. I cannot be around them. They just only know rotting black teeth, and they've never smoked any drugs. They've never smoked weed. Nobody's ever smoked weed I've ever met in Florida. They're all poor. They all are miserable. And I'm like, I literally sat here for 8 months. I couldn't even find a single person to talk to. All the preachers told me to hurt myself. The preachers wanted me to go to jail. They wanted me to rob banks. I went to Oregon. The fucking preachers loved me. They invited me to dinners every day. They fucking loved me. They like gave me their phone numbers. They literally gave me their phone numbers. I was partying with the preachers. Here, they're like evil. And it's like, no wonder they literally are begging God. They're telling God that they can't change, and it's going to come to a point where they're going to step in and implant everybody with shit. Either some kind of wire in your neck that shocks you, or some kind of dog collar, or some kind of helmet that fucking shocks you into submission. They are going to do that. And it's going to be that. They're not going to change unless it comes to that, guys. The evil fucking people of Florida, they're not going to change 100% sure until it gets to the point where they have to get implanted and they have to be treated like animals. And they know that. They already know this. The people in charge, the people, the presidents, the military people, they already know this. This is nothing new. They're just waiting. They're just seeing what happens. Are the people going to be all red? Are there any good people left? Are people all animals? There's a few people out there that are not animalistic, and because a few people out there, that's the only reason that we're not being taken over. Like, it could just literally be one guy, like Frankenstein. There could literally be one Frankenstein guy, and he's the only reason that we haven't been taken over. And he's literally fighting underground Chinese societies that are real Illuminati, actual Chinese and Asian actual Illuminati. One Frankenstein dude could be literally, if he goes, we go. That's how stupid we all are. And nobody in America can even beat any of the arm. There's retarded arm wrestlers in every European country. You guys know there's not a single American in any arm wrestling tournaments. None. There's no Americans in any fighting tournaments. There's no Americans in anything. We don't win in anything. Even there's retarded people in every country that beat us at everything. There's a Tourette's guy that's the best rower. There's a Tourette's guy that's half retarded that's the best pull-up champion. There's a retarded guy in fucking Slovenia that is the best at fucking swimming. There's no American that's like taking. There's in every sport, in everything, the Americans don't win at anything. We're not stronger than anybody. There's not even no arm wrestlers. There's not a single arm wrestling champion of America. There's no fighting champions in all the other leagues and all over the world. There's no Americans. Zero. I'm not just saying that. It's zero. We're living in a place where there's some Frankenstein dude that is the only dude that could even touch a retarded arm wrestler in a third world country, for example. And then he needs you guys to get strong so you can fucking fight for your country and not let retarded people that have Tourette's syndrome in third world countries take over your country, because they're stronger than you and they're literally retarded and they're like autistic and they're like the best lawyers, the best everything, because they're autistic and retarded. And they literally get obsessed and they're literally going to take over this country if you guys don't get smarter and stronger. And they already predicted all this was going to happen. And you guys are literally living amongst that right now. That is where you guys are living. You guys are waking up daily and letting them win. Letting the arm wrestlers in third world countries beat every American in every sport. Look at Larry Wheels. Look at all these weaklings. Look at Sam Sulek. Look at all the weaklings. That's the best you guys got? Is Larry Wheels and Sam Sulek? And I'm not joking around. That's literally the best you guys got. That is the best you guys got. I wish I was joking. And like when you realize like how weak America is and how there's only like some superhuman protecting it, you guys realize like what the government is, what's really going on. You guys are all a bunch of pieces of shit. But there's somebody out there that this is their territory. You guys are white people. There's some white person out there that's fucking taking care of all you guys. You guys don't submit. You guys don't submit to him. You guys talk shit. You guys talk about how you don't care about your lives. There's someone out there that's fighting to keep this shit together. And all they talk about is they don't care about their lives and blah blah blah. They just want to eat and shit and destroy and talk about blood. You guys should all be ashamed of yourselves. For real. Shame yourselves. Drugs. I'm addicted to drugs too because I don't have Frankenstein in my life. Where's Frankenstein? You should tell us to stop doing drugs. You know what Frankenstein's doing right now? He's helping all the girls that have lost their sons in drunk driving incidents. That's what Frankenstein spends his time on. He like runs all these fundraisers and all these organizations that help moms that lost their kids because of drunk driving. He literally has no hope for us. He just thinks that we're all just dumb people that just die of drunk driving. So when he tries to help us, he helps the moms that their sons died of drunk driving. He spends a lot of time doing that. He doesn't like making movies. He's not making movies or like writing comic books. He's like making organizations. You know what I mean? That help like retarded people, moms and stuff.
That's what he's probably doing right now. He's probably on his computer, like setting up an organization for drunk driving. He's like got to put it in schools. He's got to put a bunch of events in all the different states, in Florida and Oregon. They got to make fundraisers, and people that have cancer and kids that have cancer. You know, you guys are able to work. You guys are full fucking bodied adults. You guys don't have cancer and drunk driving, car crashes, and have limbs missing and shit. It's like you guys have no excuse. You guys don't need help. The people that like lost their family members, those are the people that get help and need help. And in Florida, it's so fucking bad that every single person I see is a miserable, unmedicated person because they don't drink the right water. So I really got to get the fuck out of here. I got to go to Oregon. If I was in Oregon right now, they'd help me. I talk to every single person, and it's funny. I talk to everyone. I say, I need a job. The next day, I got this 18-year-old kid running at me. He goes, I found you a job. I found you a job. That's the way it works in Oregon. You literally tell people what you need and what your problem. They literally walk around and they help you out. The guy found me a job, and then another kid found me another job. And I told every single person that I needed a job. So people kept coming up to me, giving me jobs. They're like, I found a job for you. I found a job for you. I ended up with 4 jobs because people cared about me that much in Oregon. Here, I've never really had a job. I've had little shitty jobs for like a week, and the store closes down. In Oregon, I literally said, I need a job. And 5 people got me a job that day, that week. So it just shows you guys, if you guys have a shitty state and you guys want to live in a completely different country, just go to Oregon, start over. I wish I never came back here. Now that I have Social Security, if I went back to Oregon, I'd have money. I didn't have any money. I was literally had no money the entire time I was working, but I gained 20 pounds and I had cell phones, I had everything I needed. I had no paychecks or nothing, but I had everything I needed. I had wax machines, tweezers. I was literally using epilators, smoking weed every day. I ate like a king. I had no money whatsoever. I was living in hotel rooms. I bet you if I had a car, I should have drove there in my car. Damn, that would have been the best. Oh my god, I could have become a drug mule. Damn, I should have saved my car. It became a drug mule in Florida, in New York or in Oregon, and then I want to drive to the Bronx. And then I want to go to the Bronx and make friends with all the black homies, and then go back to Oregon. And for like 5 years, I could have went back and forth from Oregon to the Bronx, and I could have met the coolest fucking black gang members, and I could have showed them all yoga and stevia. And I could show them all how to snort stevia, make blue stevia, and make tea. And literally, I get all the fucking black guys in the Bronx to do yoga and drink tea. I should have done it. I should have literally become a drug mule in Oregon. I still have a chance. I can still go to Oregon and become a drug mule. I can make so much money. I can talk to so many hot girls. There's so many 19-year-old and 18-year-old porn stars in Oregon. I don't know what's going on. There's just thousands of hot 19-year-old girls just walking the streets and just, yeah, I'm a porn star. Nobody bats an eye. It's just normal for 19-year-old girls to just walk around being porn stars. Nobody even cares. Also, I would go to the fast food places. I think 10 out of 10 times they gave me food when I asked the fast food places. I asked every single fast food chain from like McDonald's, Harvey's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell. I asked 10 different fast food places, and each one of them gave me free food. And the people behind the counter had colorful hair, they had face piercings, or they had tattoos on their face, or they had colorful hair, or they had weird haircuts. Half of their head was shaven, or something. They had colorful hair or something. Their hair would be completely fucking weird. And I'm like, the quality of people you see in Oregon is every single person is a young white person that is cool and they're artistic and they're not pussies and they're not faggots and they all smoke weed and they're all medicated. Every single person. I even would go around to pizza dude, it was crazy. I would walk around and I would just go I'd go to like a bar and I'd say, "Can you make me a sandwich? I'm homeless." And they'd say, "Okay." And it'd be a 10 out of 10 girl bartender. And she, "Okay, I want to make you a sandwich." And she'd just stand there so happy to make me a sandwich. And then I'd go next door and get a free pizza. And there'd be another hot girl, 10 out of 10. And I'd say, "Can I have a free pizza? I'm homeless." And then the girl would be like an alt goth girl, and she would straight up be like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy. I want to give you a pizza." And she'd sit there and like give me a pizza. And I'd go to every restaurant and they would give me free food. Every fucking restaurant I'd ask. I don't think a single place turned me down. And when I asked for money to people, only one person turned me down out of like 20 people. I was so confident. I would go knock on doors of cars, and I would knock on the door, and they'd roll down their window. They'd just give me money. 19 out of 20 times. And that's how I would smoke weed every day. Every day I would smoke weed because people would give me money. It's crazy. Here, I've never found a single person that would help me with money, even when my car was on the line. And that's how guys, I'm in a place right now that for $15 to save my life, everyone around me has black teeth. There's nobody that has any money. That even $15 is like $1 million to these people. In Oregon, 19 out of 20 times I was able to get $20, $10 from random people knocking on their doors. Even old ladies would walk up to me and just give me money because I was like wearing so many clothes. I looked homeless. They just give me money. It was beautiful. I made so many friends. And then when they saw me, they'd all throw up their hands and smile. It was like I had some kind of super energy. I remember this one guy, when he saw me, he couldn't stop smiling, and he literally started slapping his knees, and he just could not stop laughing. That happened like 3 or 4 times to different people. For some reason, as soon as they saw me, they would literally start laughing, and they'd start slapping their fucking knees, and they couldn't breathe. They wouldn't be, because I'm just like so fucking different, and these people have been living in this town for like 20 years. And here I am, some guy from Florida, and I'm just like, everyone's my friend, and I'm bald, and they see me waxing my head every day. They all see me waxing my head every day, and they all see me fucking plucking out my hair. And some people would see me and they just start laughing, and they would literally just like, they can't breathe. And they would look at me again, and they're like, and they start slapping their knees. It's like, people there love me. And I was hanging around with so many people. Every day I'd hang out with my group of friends. They give me my nickname. They give me a nickname called Teabag, because I drank tea every day, and I carry around tea bottles, and literally on my waist I had tea bottles clipped to my belt buckle, and every hour I would drink turmeric fucking water with ginger, lemon, mint, and honey with stevia, and they ended up nicknaming me Teabag, and they would literally fucking teabag me while I was like, I would just be sitting there, and they'd say Teabag, and they'd fucking teabag me in the back of the head. And then they would not stop laughing. They'd be fucking laughing on their hands and knees, laughing. And I'm sitting there like, well, I guess my new nickname is Teabag. And I'm literally drinking tea, and they were teabagging me in the back of the head. And it's like I made groups of friends there. I had a solid-ass group of friends there. I had friends that were working in the weed industry. 5 out of 5 times I asked random people on the street for weed, and they pulled out handfuls of weed. 5 out of 5 times I asked random people, and they was literally they wouldn't even say anything. They would just say, "Oh yeah," and they'd pull out a bag in their car and give me a handful of weed, and they had backpacks full of weed. 5 out of 5 people that I asked. You tell me. And then I come to Florida, I couldn't find a single person that smoked weed, and at 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, I'm at the gas station screaming, "Does anyone smoke weed?" And the police arrest me, and they throw me in the mental hospital. It was literally culture shock. Like, I was so shocked that I couldn't find weed here that my brain could not process it. I couldn't process it. Like, there's no way that I'm living in a place where I can't find a single person to buy it. And then I can't even find a single person to give me weed. I couldn't even find a single person to help me fix my car for $15 for 8 months. It's not just that I can't find a single person. I couldn't even find a single person my whole life before to give me $1. Nobody's even giving me a quarter in Florida when I've asked for money. And every single person has black teeth. I gotta get the fuck out of here, guys. There's no excuse for me to be here. There's really no excuse. I gotta get the fuck out of here. But here I am living in Florida, like fucking. They could just sweep in on me any second, just throw me in their hospitals or their jails. That's how they make money in Florida. People like me, they throw them in jails so they can make money. If you look at the statistics, there's more people in jail in Florida. If you look at how many people are in jail in like Oregon, it's like it's crazy the numbers. There's like a million people in jail in Florida. There's like 10,000 people in jail in Oregon. It's so clear. You can 100% sure see that. Like, how is there a million people in jail in Florida, but only 10,000 people in jail in Oregon? You know what I mean? It's like, what? Where am I living? Go look at the statistics, see how fucked up it is. So the thing is, they planned all this. The people that are running the fucking planet, Donald Trump and all his friends, they planned for all this to happen. That's why it's happening. They will never change. They want Florida people to have black teeth. There's something going on where they want it to be like this. They want Florida people to make the lowest money, $8 an hour. They want Florida people to have no access to any medicine. And they want people from Florida to have black teeth. So, and knowing all this, I'm still here. Knowing all of this, here I am. Shame on me. You know what I mean? Shame on me for still living here, knowing that I'm living in a place that is designed to kill people. And here I am living here.
Hey guys, we are inside the Impact.
Yeah, you guys, we'll see. Just like Florida's been predicted, they knew this was going to happen. They designed Florida to be like this. You guys don't know about the fucking brain implants, do you? It's all been designed. They've already had books about it. They're going to do it. The people are literally are going to be voting for it. People are going to be voting for it. Well, it's hard for me to do yoga 2 days in a row. Damn it. I should have waxed yesterday. How come I can't buy shit on eBay anymore? What the fuck? Doesn't make sense. The fuck? Hmm. Damn, I'm not able to. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be doing yoga, guys. Shoot. What time is it, dude? Jesus. I have nothing to do today except make money and do yoga. Here I am not making money or doing yoga. Let's go finish. I'm just going to finish this video. It's like 30 more minutes. What happened? Am I here? Am I live? What the hell is happening? My computer's fucked up. Okay, that tab fucked up. Sometimes my tabs freeze. My legs are getting light, and it's so crazy. I just got something to move. Something to move in bubbles. And sure, bubbles move my stomach. I need an Asian girl to walk on my stomach. I'm gonna drink like a gallon of water. Lemon juice or something with turmeric. I might be able to flush everything out of my body today.
Okay, I'll see you later, my friend. Nice talking to you. I'm gonna go to my storage unit later, so don't forget to come by.
Let me feel my muscles. Oh,